We zoom out to the big picture of global threats, we need to understand the absolute digital bedrock the DoD is building, because without it, well, everything else is at risk, right? And that bedrock is being fundamentally re-engineered around a game-changing concept called zero trust. Zero trust, or ZT, isn't just a tech buzzword. It's a complete philosophical pivot in cybersecurity for the DoD. It's huge. For decades, the model was typically about building a strong perimeter, like a castle wall. Once you were inside that wall, you were generally trusted. But with today's sophisticated adversaries and incredibly complex networks, that model is fundamentally broken. It just doesn't work anymore. Zero trust flips that on its head entirely.
Completely. It's no longer about trusted internal networks versus untrusted external ones. Instead, every single user, every device, and every application is assumed to be untrusted, no matter where they are, and must be continuously verified.
Think of it like a highly secure building where every single door, even inside, requires re-authentication, and every package is inspected, no matter where it came from. There's no automatic trust just because you're in a lobby, right? The DoD's ZT vision is crystal clear. Never trust, always verify explicitly. This means authenticating and authorizing access to the absolute least privilege necessary, using dynamic security policies that constantly adapt.
And what's truly profound here, I think, is that zero trust shifts the DoD's mindset from trying to prevent every breach, which is, let's face it, increasingly impossible, to building systems that can continue to operate and recover, even when an adversary is already inside. It's a pragmatic acceptance of a new digital reality, fundamentally redefining resilience for national security. It's a big deal.
Yeah, resilience seems like the key word there.
Absolutely. The DoD reference architecture boils this down to 5 core principles. Always assuming the worst-case scenario that the enemy is already inside and every system could be compromised. That's step 1. Then it's about continuously verifying everything, granting only the least privilege access required for a specific task, scrutinizing all behavior, and using unified analytics on all data to quickly spot and respond to threats. This constant scrutiny and analysis of behavior, monitoring all events within the DoD's information enterprise, generates near real-time data on both user and device behaviors, allowing for dynamic security adjustments. It's very active.
So it's not just about preventing. It's about being prepared for when prevention fails. That makes sense. And the goals for this ambitious ET strategy are incredibly broad, aren't they? Extending beyond just the technical implementation. First, there's zero trust cultural adoption. This is about instilling a ZT mindset across all DoD personnel, guiding how they design, develop, integrate, and deploy information technology. It sounds like a fundamental shift in how everyone thinks about security, moving from reactive patching to proactive, built-in defense.
Exactly. It's a culture change as much as a tech change. Second, it's about ensuring DoD information systems are secured and defended. This means operationalizing zero trust to achieve enterprise resilience across all DoD information systems. Components were mandated to apply the DoD ZT framework to all new and legacy systems, with target outcomes expected by the end of fiscal year 2027. They had to provide execution plans to the DoD Chief Information Officer, or CIO, back by September 2023, specifically addressing how ZT is applied across their networks and infrastructure. This is all about strengthening joint development, operational testing, and crucially, interoperable capabilities across the entire department, making things work together securely.
Okay, so culture securing systems. What else?
Then we have technology acceleration. This involves the continuous update and advancement of ZT-enabled IT, actively working to reduce existing technological silos, simplifying the overall architecture, and ensuring more efficient data management across the board, getting rid of those walled gardens. And finally, there's zero trust enablement, which focuses on enhancing operations and support performance, ensuring consistent, aligned, and effectively resourced ZT supporting functions, and crucially, accelerating the speed of ZT acquisition to deployment, getting it out there faster.
Right, getting the tech into the field. And it's interesting how this push extends to new domains like the Internet of Things, too. The fiscal year 2025 National Defense Authorization Act, or NDAA, specifically requires guidance on how the zero trust strategy will apply to IoT hardware used by the military.